because my parents were divorced, I was somehow free to do whatever I wanted. My mom had no time for me. She was working a lot to provide for us. So I was left by myself, or before, when I was really small, I was left with my neighbors, and they did not took care of me. They gave me some kind of tea to drink and to fall asleep. It wasn't good for me. I was abused by some neighbors, pedophiles. When I was gambling, I sold from home things and I stole things just to have money to play all this poker and whatever games I played. And in that environment, other pedophiles abused me. That was painful because nobody was there to tell me what's good and what's wrong. And the life went on like that. I was one day at the pool with some relatives. They were playing with me and throw me away, and after a while I remembered that I could not swim, and they forgot about me, and I went down at the bottom of the pool, and I remember looking up and seeing the bubbles going up and seeing the light outside and voices. And I was drinking water and everything went dark. And I woke up on the side of the pool. Everybody was rushing to me. Nobody knew what happened. I never knew what happened. I was saved by a miracle. I woke up when I was spitting out water and trying to get conscience, and I was scared, but I remember very clear that moment. I was small, I don't know, maybe 8 years old or something like that. I remember once I was playing behind my neighbor. There was a field of grain, and the grain was already cut and only the straw remained, and all the kids we were playing there, and we made tents and castles out of that hay. And I want to have a big castle, and I tried to make a roof out of some sticks. And I had a knife with me, and I tried to cut the stick in half, and I split the stick, and the knife came into my hand. I was very small, it barely can be seen there. And I've seen blood coming out and a piece of meat flying away. I was scared and I started to run, but after 2 minutes my body was so weak and I started to lose my consciousness, and I fell down and I black out. I remember I woke up in one woman's house, and she was looking at my womb, and I looked at my womb, and I seen that it was closed. It was a very large cut, but it just closed. I could see my veins and everything behind that small sheet of, it was like a very small and thin sheet of plastic or something, like the skin, it was like together there, and it was incredible. The woman was look at me, and after the ambulance come, and they didn't put stitches or anything. It was like everything was just sticking back together by itself. I believe that was another miracle. When I was about 13 years old, I made gymnastics, and I was doing all the flips and jumping and freestyle in that time. And I tried to show off in the front of some girls, and I was running on the wall and making these flips, backflips, and one time I ran up on the wall, and I could not hit the wall, the last foot, and I came down straight in my head, and it was concrete down. So the guy that was with me was amazed. "Oh, Gabi, I cannot believe you fell down and you're okay and you're fine." But after a few minutes, I started to have problem with my hearing. I could not hear anymore. And I said to him, "Let's go home." So we started going home, and I was hearing less and less and less, like far noises. And after we got closer to home, I start to lose my sight. I have very blurry vision, and I could not see, and I start to lose my balance. And I said that it will be better to go to hospital, and we rushed to hospital. And I remember that the doctor put me on a bed, and they was running with me, and I remember the lights from the hospital like passing through in front of my eyes, and I lost my consciousness again. I woke up after 5 days, 4.5 days, 5 days. I was in coma for about 5 days. Now, the first thing I did when I woke up, I was wondering how I can smoke a cigarette. I could not realize how bad it was. I had blood on my brain, and they organized to make for me a punction to go with a needle inside my brain and to try to suck the blood somehow outside. But after 5 days in coma, I woke up and I was fine. The blood went away, and the crack on my scalp was fine, was okay. After another, I don't know, a week, they let me out, so it was okay again. In that time, I start to go in one bar. It was a karaoke club, and I was there because of the internet. It was something new, and that time I was, I don't know, 14 years old, 15 years old. And the internet became something, and we always went to internet club and use whatever program and games and all the things that we had then. And near to this internet club was a karaoke club, and I was there drinking, and somebody passed the microphone to me, and I started to sing. And everybody turned to me and tried to start to applaud and encourage me that I have a good voice and I can sing, and this is great. And it was there a guy. He said that he is making the singing school, the voice singing school, and he asked me to go to his school and he wanted to present me to his teacher. But I refused for many months. I didn't took this opportunity. But after a while I met him again, and we were friends. He still insists that it will be a good idea to go just for a few minutes, and if I don't like, I will just quit, and this is it's my choice. I don't have to do it. So in one day I accepted, and I went there, and the teacher she put me to make some exercise notes and to, I don't know, things with the notes, and to practice with the voice, and to with the piano try to see how high I can hit with my voice, how low, and everything. And after that she said that it will be a good idea if I will follow a few years of singing, because I have a chance to become a singer. So I agreed, and I started the singing school, and I sang for, I don't know, about 1 year. And my teacher sent me to sing in a contest around the country, and I wasn't the best singer, but I handled it, and I could sing, and people love it. I was happy for that, because I found something to do else than drink and smoke and do all these things. And it was okay that I can have girls, because girls love boys singing, so that was just fine with me. After about a year and a half, I received a call from a woman. She said that she's from Greece, and she heard me somewhere, and she would like to invite me to sing on a cruise ship. So with my English that I knew from cartoons and whatever English I knew, I accepted, and I signed the contract, and I went to sing on the cruise ship. Everything was fine. I got used with the schedule and with the program and with everything, and I was cruising in the Mediterranean Sea, and I had like contract 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. The time passed by, and I grew up, but in a very bad environment. Everything was about drugs and sex, and that lifestyle destroyed me from inside. I was an atheist. More than this, I hate when people was talking about God. I never liked to hear about that fairy tale. I believe in Big Bang. I believed in Darwin. I believed in all the science. After about 5 years, I got poisoned by mistake. I ate something that the rats was eating, and I was put in a cabin by myself, quarantine, and I sit there for a month. I could not sing, I could not eat, I could not do anything, and the people in charge was worried that I will die, so they sent me home. When I got sick, I was about 81 kilograms, and when they sent me home, they sent me with 59 kilograms, so I've lost 22 kilograms. I was very, very sick, and I've never could get well again. From that time, I start going to doctors and trying to get healed, and nobody knew exactly what is wrong with me.